let's go to the sports hotline and welcome into the locker room, Mike Quick. What's up, Mike?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's too early for all that screaming. What's going on?
We got to start to get ready now for Bill Belichick.
You're waking me up.
Come on, man. You'd be on the 10th hole right now normally.
Yeah, true.
So let's also welcome into the locker room. You got your de facto agent with you today, Mike. Mark Grimes.
Yeah. Mr. Grimes.
What's up, Grimes?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Now, when you said the goat's in town, you're talking about Mike Quick, though, right?
That's true.
Oh, I thought he was.
He is the goat, greatest of all time.
I thought he was talking about you.
Yeah, right.
Hey, guys, real quick, Mike doesn't realize this is his de facto agent. I called Howie Roseman yesterday since we just signed Jay Ajayi and Jordan Matthews. I said, quick suiting up, too. Let's go.
Mike, if Tom Brady at the age of 40, what's he, 41, if he can still be playing, I'm sure you can suit up, put the pads on, right?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Get that contract ready.
I know you can catch just as well as those guys that are on the field right now, that's for sure.
Can't run.
That's all right.
So, Mike, talk a little bit about the accomplishments of Tom Brady. I mean, as far as his ability to stay on the field. I mean, he's 41 years old. How's he doing it?
I think he's just doing it the right way. He's smart enough to realize his limitations. So he knows that he's not going to get anything out of his legs. He's got good mobility in the pocket, so he avoids a lot of hits, but he's not going to hold on to the football. He gets rid of the football right away. He's really, really smart in terms of understanding the matchups, understanding where to go with the football on the field, understanding the weaknesses of defenses, and he's one of the best at taking advantage of those weaknesses. I listened to him in an interview this week, and he talked about how he wants to make every play. And he strives for action. So if there's a guy open in a pass route, he not only wants to connect with him, he wants to put the ball in the right place, giving his guy an opportunity to run after the catch. I think his mentality and his approach to the game is a little bit different than most, and that's one of the reasons why he's been so successful.
We heard a couple. I heard this week he has a radio show up in the Boston area, and I think one of the questions was asked to him, how long did it take you to get over the loss in Super Bowl 52 to the Eagles? And he said, why did you assume that I even got over it? And I thought that was pretty indicative of what type of drive that he has. He's such an ultimate competitor at this age. I mean, he's got that youthful spirit still.
Well, just that whole competitive makeup that he has, I think, is one of the reasons why he is so good. And I listened to that interview as well, and I thought it was quite tough for him to say, what makes you think that I've gotten over it? I mean, I actually love that.
Well, he hates to lose, right, Mike? And there's nobody likes to lose, but some people just don't like it as much as others. But why do you think that people are, since he's obviously his mobility has slowed down and, just everything kind of slows down a little bit. Why do you think other people haven't taken that same approach that he has and make sure that you get rid of the ball quicker, make sure your feel for the pocket is there and you know where you're at and when that's going to collapse, and why don't more people take a look at what he does? Look, if I'm a quarterback, I'm watching game film of him.
I think they do, but it's just they can't execute it the way he does. He kind of knows what you're going to do defensively before you even do it. He's like Gretzky. You know how Gretzky was always a step ahead on the ice of everyone? That's how Tom is when he steps to the line of scrimmage, and he knows the defensive players so well. So if there's a guy that's lined up on, say, Julian Edelman, and he knows that Edelman's got the edge, that's where the ball is going to go, and he's not going to hold on to it. He doesn't mind getting a 3-4 yard toss and just kind of working his way down the field, waiting for the big one to open up, and just slowly moving down the field. He doesn't mind a 4-yard. He doesn't mind a 5-6 yard pickup when many quarterbacks are trying to go for bigger plays.
We're talking with Mike Quick. Of course, you can hear Mike and Merle's call every game here. We cover the Eagles here on 97.3 ESPN, 97.3 ESPN mobile app. Hey, Mike, what do you make of a lot of people, like, remember Deflategate, and people accuse Belichick of cheating? I think that's nonsense. I mean, what's your philosophy on people trying to accuse the Patriots of cheating?
They do cheat. What are you talking about?
Doesn't everybody try to get the edge, though? I mean, it's like, do you call it cheating? I mean, when people steal signs in baseball, it's okay.
Yeah, they cheat, but so what?
I know,
you're not
right?
cheating, you're not trying.
That's right.
You're not cheating. You're not trying hard enough if you don't try and get an edge and cheat a little bit.
I mean, come on. If a regular person, if you picked up the ball, was it 3 PSI difference, you wouldn't even be able to tell the difference.
Well, when you're a passer and you're holding the football, you can tell the difference because you can spin the ball a whole lot better if it's not firm, if it's not so hard, especially when the weather gets cold. And if you can take a little bit of the air out of the ball so you spin it a little bit better, that gives you a much more confidence as a passer. Okay, so that's cheating. But
I agree.
So what?
I agree. Well, they give you a little bit of a range.
The reason why I'm bringing this up is because I don't want people to start throwing that into the equation. Just go out and play the game and beat them. Beat them.
Hey, listen.
Cheat better than them.
Cheat better than them. Do it better than them.
Cheat better. There you go. Now you're on the right page.
Hey, listen, Mike, you play enough golf. Scrambles, 19 under. You know? They're either really, really good or they're great at cheating.
That's right. They pencil whip you.
Yeah.
Now, I hear your de facto agent is up there in Philadelphia. He's living high on the hog. He's calling us from the penthouse up there in Philadelphia.
Well, some people can live like that. And look, don't hate the player, hate the game.
I told him I'm getting my real estate license this morning after watching where he was sitting at.
I'll tell you, this place this new Four Seasons is over the top. Hey, Mike, I got a quick question for you.
Yes.
With Jeffries out, Howard out, Sproul's done for the season. We signed Jay Ajayi, Jordan Matthews. Patriots got 2 weeks to practice for us. What are our chances on Sunday tomorrow?
So I don't think even with all of those guys, the Patriots, they have an edge, and you have to realize that. But the game still has to be played. They have to come in and prove that they can beat the Eagles. Yeah, they're the favorite team, but they were the favorite team 2 years ago in Minneapolis in the Super Bowl. The Eagles prevailed. You have to play the game. They are talented, but they have their just like everyone else has weaknesses. I saw how the Baltimore Ravens defense apart last week or 2 weeks ago, and their offense is not a juggernaut offense. You know, if you look at the scores, they're averaging 30 points a game, and a lot of that is done by the defense. The fact that they lead the National Football League in takeaways, and they're the number one defense in football. I don't think their offense is what it was and what it used to be, especially when they had guys like Gronk and some of the talented receivers that they've had. They have an edge, but the Eagles, with what they've been able to do in recent weeks, they can win the football game because they can win the line of scrimmage.
Gotcha.
We're talking with Mike Quick. We're talking with Mike Quick, former Eagle. Of course, you can listen to Mike and Merle on the call every Eagles game here on 97.3 ESPN. I want to just remind you guys that, and I was saying this to Scotty McKay on the way in today, the cumulative record of their opponents, the first 8 opponents for the Patriots was 15-42. And, of course, they play teams like the Jets twice, the Dolphins, the Redskins, the Giants. I mean, the Bills. Not the toughest schedule in the world. I mean, I know it's Tom Brady. I know it's Bill Belichick on a 2-week, on a bye week. But I'm not. I agree with Mike. You got to come out and play this game. And I like the Eagles' chances on Sunday.
Well, I like their chances because I know that in the trenches, the Eagles have a better football team. I think the Eagles' defensive line better. I think the Eagles' offensive line better. And for me, that's where it all begins. Now, you've got to have the complementary play from your skilled players, but it really begins in the trenches. And I give that edge to the Eagles.
All right, Mike. Well, we're gonna be tuned into you on Sunday. You got the call with Merle. You got your de facto agent with you today.
Agent.
One day. Be careful, Rand. He might get you signed up for something you don't want to get signed up to.
Hey man, I got complete confidence in him. You want to talk to me? Speak to my agent.
Hey, quick! I'm gonna be wearing that lucky jersey tomorrow. Lucky jersey, 82. All right, just like I did the Super Bowl. All right.
Love it. Good talking to you
All
guys.
right, Mike.
All right,
Thanks
Mike.
so much,
See you guys.
Grimesy. We appreciate it, and have a great
right, guys.
time up in Philadelphia.
Have
All
a
right.
go.